Shall we change the Indian education system? Shall we change the way Indian college students think? What if the movie Three Idiots becomes real? What if you can be that Amir Khan in Three Idiots? Well, yes, we are looking for those people who can become like Amir Khan in Three Idiots. Deep Thought is an association with JSMIES, Joseph Sri Harsha Mary Indraja Education Society. So through this collaboration, we are identifying youngsters who can reform the learning culture in two engineering colleges and two training institutes across the country. We're looking for youngsters with very basic programming skills. As long as you have basic programming skills, that is fine. But we'd like you to have that passion for teaching. So if we select you as a part of this fellowship program, you will be given food, accommodation, all of that will be taken care of, and you'll be taken to this training institute, and you'll be given best of leadership coaching and pedagogy training, where you'll be able to learn how to teach students in the best possible manner. There's a 6 months initial probation in the fellowship, and after that, if you're interested, you can also continue this as a full-time job and teach students in a very progressive way. But after 6 months, if you do not want to continue, if you want to do it as a 6 months fellowship, even that is fine. You're looking for youngsters who can give that 6 months of commitment and learn how to teach in a good manner and inspire students to learn. Now, there's a reason why we're not looking at experienced people for this. Because what have experienced people done to the Indian education system, we all know. What have experienced people done to the Indian education system, we all know. Maybe hardly 1% of them have that spark in them, but 99% of experienced people in this country have no passion. When the teacher who's teaching only doesn't have any passion, what interest will come in the student? Right? Students, more than the subject, they pick up the interest in the subject based on the teacher. If you recall your own childhood, you were probably inspired by one teacher who was able to show you the joy of that subject. Even if today you're, looking at programming or web development or something, probably some teacher got you interested in that space. So we're looking for those youngsters who can bring that spark among the students. Now, if you're hired for this role, you'll be taught the DT pedagogy. So in deep thought pedagogy, we don't teach people, we question people, and just through questioning, we make people discover that concept on their own. And we use something called Feynman technique. Richard Feynman is one of the greatest scientists in the world. Bill Gates called him the greatest teacher whom Bill Gates never had. So how do you take complex topics and make them very simple so that everybody gets to enjoy those concepts? That's what Feynman technique is about. There's something called polio reductions in problem solving, how you use heuristics to make complex problems into simple problems and how you solve problems, right? That comes in polio reduction. So there are various fantastic concepts this way in the DT pedagogy. So you'll be taught the DT pedagogy. And then programming as well, how to look at things through computer science. How do you understand finite state automaton, Turing machines, and teach the fundamentals of computation before going into syntax. Because if you think about it, syntax is not very tough. World's best programmers, all of them copy paste code from Stack Overflow anywhere. Everybody will copy paste code. The challenge is in knowing what to paste where, what to put where. So the logical thinking becomes more important than the syntax itself. Syntax, you anyway get that muscle memory as you do more and more practice, as you work more and more on projects. That muscle memory anyway comes in. So that's not the concern in the initial stage. So the concern is that conceptual clarity and doing all this learning, not because you're going to get a 7-digit salary and you're going to get a good job. We don't want people to do software development because they're motivated by seeing the money, but we want people to do software development or data science because they find joy in building something, or they find joy in analyzing data and driving the growth of organizations. So you do this 6 months fellowship. At the end of 6 months fellowship, you would have learned how to communicate with people, how to coach people. You would have learned programming from the fundamentals, and I'm sure it'll be a lot more employable after 6 months, and we'll be happy to absorb you within our own clients' companies for a very cool software development role as well. So all we're looking for is a youngster who's committed to the cause of teaching, who wants to come and inspire students. Do not take this up if you're just looking for a job. Do not take this up if you're just looking for an internship. You would have felt cheated when you're taught by a teacher who doesn't have truth, right? So would you want to give the same feeling to students? But if you want to come, change the learning culture of a college and get students to look at life with confidence, look at life with positivity. If you want to change that environment in a college, Deep Thought is with you. We will completely support you, we'll back you, train you. And if there's any challenge, somebody stopping you, we'll be here to make sure you succeed. But we're looking for the right youngsters who can bring that spark in these colleges. So those are the ones we're hiring for this fellowship. And in case you like this vision, in case you want to be a part of this amazing dream, go ahead, complete this long selection process. It's long, but it's purposefully long because we want to find those individuals who are really in for the mission, who are really in for the cause, right? So I hope you enjoy the selection process. It's designed in such a way that in every step you'll get to learn something really new. So again, I repeat, if you want to be that Amir Khan in Three Idiots and you want to bring that learning spark in the faces of so many college students across the country, I think this is the fellowship for you. And go ahead, complete the selection process. Looking forward to interacting with you soon.